morning, everybody. How's everybody this morning on this Wednesday? Happy Wednesday to everyone. Good morning, everybody. Let me on this Wednesday. Turn this down. Sorry, I keep doing that. So who do we have today? Hello, Arthur. How are you? Have to head downtown to take care of last minute business. Well, be safe and have a good day. Hello, Sleepless Hustler. Hello, Dolly. Hello, Rachel. How are you? Another Wednesday morning in paradise, right? I'm going to put the link in there if anybody wants to come in and chat. I know yesterday I did a sort of a tutorial on listing on eBay because a few friends of mine, Facebook friends, mostly realtors, asked that or said that they would like to start listing on eBay, but they didn't know where to begin. So I just did a tutorial. I did it from step 1 all the way through, and we listed a product. Found out what the value was first before we actually listed it, so we had some information to go by, and we listed it. So if you need a little refresher, or if you're not, if you don't know how to do eBay, it's not that hard. I suggest you take a look at it. It was yesterday's video. I think I have tips on listing on eBay, something like that. It was good. It was fun. A lot of questions. If you're on the Facebook side, watching this on Facebook like a lot were yesterday and the day before, come over to the YouTube channel. And that way, when you put it in the chat, everyone can see it. Because when you're on Facebook, only I can see your chat questions. So why am I... Oh, okay. I'm going to get rid of that. Okay. So, like I said, the stream is there. Anybody wants to come in? Rachel says, I am trying to figure out how to multi-platform list easier. DLC, good morning. How are you? Rachel, I did want to touch on that too, because I am not on any other platforms other than eBay and Amazon. I'm trying my best to get the majority of my items on Amazon. But I ran across a program that, and it's not, what is it, List Perfectly. List Perfectly is out there, but it's expensive. Nothing, I don't know anything bad about them, but I did some research and I found another program that's just as good, if not better. And it's an easy way to get things listed on almost every platform except Amazon. So I will probably touch a little on that maybe tomorrow, because I'll have to get prepared and get it up. And Rachel, you said you do Posh, eBay, and Macari. So you do everything separately. You first list on eBay, then you copy and paste for Posh. Yeah, but Dolly, Sellhound is only for fashion. You can't list other stuff with Sellhound anymore. I was using them early when it was free and they were doing everything. Now it's just clothes. It's just fashion stuff. So Rachel, are you doing one and then copying paste for the other platforms? Because this program that's out there is you do one and it'll list to the others. I think that's what you mean by you wanting to do it easier. And are you having success? Yes. Okay. Are you having success on Posh and Macari? And are you selling more than just clothes on Posh and Macari? Like I said, I haven't touched either one yet. I think I made an account for both platforms, but that's as far as it went. And I did read another news story today that on Etsy, Disney's going after people that are bootlegging, because there's a lot of bootleg on Etsy. I first time I went on there, I couldn't believe that Disney wasn't going after these people, because there's a ton. But let me see if I could bring up the story here. Put it over to this one. Go back to my StreamYard. And if anybody's following The Mandalorian, let me share my screen again. This is everybody's ripping off what they call Baby Yoda, the child. This is going to be one of it's called the life-size figure that's coming out. Do they have any other pictures? Yep. Rachel says, I sell makeup, clothes, jewelry, purses on Posh. Not had much luck on Macari recently. Just got to keep on plugging. This, I believe, is the doll that's coming out from Hasbro. Pretty cool looking. Of course, it's licensed, so it has to be authentic looking. Oh, no, this is from Sideshow. So this is going to be expensive. Sideshow stuff is expensive. I have ordered, once this became really hot and the first story came out that everybody was bootlegging everything for Baby Yoda. Well, it's not really Baby Yoda. It's called the child. I went and ordered everything I could from Hasbro because they had just made the announcement that their toys for the child from The Mandalorian are coming out. So I think I ordered 2 cases of everything that they offered. It'll be hot. It'll definitely be hot. And something like this, collectors will be looking for, especially first releases of anything. I've been doing toys for, my God, almost since I've been 16. What's that? 40-something years, probably. Anytime a toy comes out and it's limited or the character is really hot, they sell out because collectors want them. They're going to keep them in the box. So most of the times, collectors will buy 2. I don't see them ordering 2 of this piece because I don't know what Sideshow is going to sell this for. But knowing Sideshow, it'd be probably close to $1,000. What sells good on Macari? And Dolly says almost everything. So yeah, like I was saying, I ordered 2 cases of all the toys that are coming out, speculating, knowing that they're going to sell out fast. If anybody knows the name Todd McFarlane, he did a run on Marvel with Spider-Man, and he owns the Spawn character. His company, then he went to own his own company. And his company now, McFarlane Toys, has done everything from Walking Dead to some of the video game pieces. And they just got the license to make the DC Batman universe toys. So he's got a popular name. And as soon as those toys hit the shelves, they sold out. They became really hot. So I was able to get I think 1 or 2 cases of those releases when they came out, and they just came out a few weeks ago. So it's just different things like that. You know, people ask, what can I sell on eBay or any platforms? And a lot of times, like, I've always been into toys and comics my whole life. I sold at my first comic book show when I was 16. And anytime something's limited, you know, and you see one and you get a good deal on it, you know, pick it up. Now, it's hard to say that pick up everything and then just store it away for a little while. But with comics and toys, you have to capitalize when it's hot. So I wouldn't say put it away for years, you know, put it away for a little while. When people start looking on Facebook, these groups, action figure groups, or whatever you're into, like Dolly and Lisa's into NASCAR and stuff, they have that. People will post on their group, hey, I'm looking for this for my collection, or I'm looking for that for my collection. No store has any left. Everybody bought them up already. And they're not making any more. That's the key. They're not making any more. They're on to series 2 now, or series 3 now. Jump in, say, hey, I have one for sale. You know, what are you willing to pay? Or I want this much for it, or I want that much for it. So that's a way to start doing that. Or if you have things that you've collected and you're not interested anymore, sell them. You know, start the roll there. Start selling on eBay and some of these platforms. So once again, if anybody wants to come in, I did put the link. Anybody wants to come in and chat a bit with me, because I know you don't want to just hear my voice all the time, my melodious tones. You know, I haven't. Let's do something here. Let me just open this up. I'm going to share the screen again. Okay, so this is Etsy. All right, I don't come in here often. This is probably the second time. I have a bit of sports memorabilia, Jets jerseys, Panthers, and players' uniform from the Jets. If anybody knows more about, I could use some advice. Man, if you have authentic jerseys, definitely good money in those. Definitely. And I don't know where you're located, Rachel, but if there's a sports memorabilia shop in or around a town where you are, those people are always looking for the items. Or you can just go in and ask, say, listen, I have this. What do you think this might be worth? I do, and signatures. Wow. Yeah. You could go in there and they could offer to buy something from you like that. But just keep doing a search. And most of the times, those might be the best places to find out. Like, I know there's this one gentleman that we've known for years and years back home who has the biggest sports collectible shop in Massachusetts. And he deals with anything and everything sports. Even like when they were ripping down the New York Stadium, he had the seats. When they tore down the Boston Garden, he had some of the players' cabinets there where they changed. So he has like so many different, they had probably gone by now. He had so many different things, but those people could rattle off prices at the top of their head. So let's see if I do a search for Baby Yoda. What would come up? Oh man, stuff is still coming up. So you want to get hit with a cease and desist or a what's going to happen with a major company. You're going to do something like this. Now, you know, all of these are unlicensed. So because this stuff hasn't hit the shelves yet. hasn't hit the shelves yet. So they're going to hit you with a cease and desist, and they're going to give you a few days to pull it down. Or they're going to tell Etsy, this is not licensed, pull it down. It's 13,000 listings. I believe before there was over 100,000 listings. So maybe these people already got a cease and desist. Cease and desist is going to come from their legal department saying you are not licensed to sell this product. This is an unlicensed product. You have to take it down. If you don't listen and you keep doing it, your next letter is going to be a copyright violation because Disney Star Wars owns the copyrights to this character, and they're going to sue you. So if you can afford thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars from a lawsuit, go ahead. But you're selling this for $43, $40, $4.92. Maybe Yoda replica. I don't understand what this is from. You got to sell 1 million pieces to pay for a lawsuit. And there's so much stuff. And of course, it's all handmade. But yeah, like this crocheted piece. The other thing they were doing to get around the legal ramifications is BABBYYODDA. And there it is, YODDA. They were just trying to change the title. So they get away with fakes a lot on Mercari. I don't remember the last time I've been on Mercari. I just know on Etsy, there is a ton of bootleg stuff. Like my wife Sandy collects Figment. I'm currently searching right now for a basketball that was signed by a whole Cavs team from 1990s to be appraised. And I refuse to send out. You don't have any sports collector shops where you are, Dolly? Let me see if I could find the name. For you. Maybe he could. Largest memorabilia shop in the world, Saugus. Yep, this is it. Here's his information right here. And I believe the owner's name is Phil. And if you get him on the phone to talk to him, he's a very nice guy. I haven't seen him. Now, I've been here in Florida 16 years. Probably haven't seen him 10 years before that. Just tell him Paul Antonelli from Two Guys Smoke Shop told you to call him. He'll remember Two Guys Smoke Shop because the store was right down the street from him. 781-233-7222. And just tell him, say, this is what I have. Could you give me an idea what it's worth? You maybe have to send him a couple of pictures or something, or email him. He's a very nice guy. Very nice guy. So like I was saying, Sandy collects Figment. There's not much Figment stuff around. But you go here on Etsy, there's a ton of Figment stuff. And it's not legit. Like, that's cool. I wish they had that available. These look legit, but the ones they sell at Disney, at Epcot, these were really fat, and so was this piece. This is not legit. Very cool idea. Not legit, not legit, not legit. Man, The only way I know that is because we go and we get a lot of stuff, and for her collection and things like that. Yeah, so far I haven't seen one authentic piece yet. Out of all this, Journey into Imagination, no. That's very cool. She'd like that, but it's I don't. This is what she wanted. Okay, custom. All right. So obviously, this is not the legit one from Disney. Where are you in Florida? I am in St. Cloud, Florida. I am 2 minutes from Orlando, 30 minutes from Disney. So this just gives you an idea of this is legit. All right, because she has this. This is old. But for the rest of this stuff, man, it's cool. A person that collects it would like it. But are you going to put unlicensed stuff with your licensed stuff in your collection? Okay. Dolly, you sure you don't want to come in? Or Rachel? It's open. There we go. There, just put the link in again. So hit the thumbs up, everybody, if you could, for me. And like I said, if you're on the Facebook side, I see a couple of you on the Facebook side. And that's interesting. Why did that happen? Okay. So if you're in the Facebook side, come over to YouTube so everybody can see your chat. Because right now only I can. And thank you for coming in and watching. I live in South Florida, looking to move north for financial reasons. My arrow for my mouse isn't showing up, and sorry. Oh, no problem. Good morning, T. How are you? Taking the car in for service. Oh, don't you hate that? Then you gotta wait. I've been looking to get rid of my Jeep and get into something else. I should have stuck with the Toyota, the RAV4. Rachel, so you're moving North Florida or north of Florida? Because we're also looking to move north. We're not going to go home. We were going to go home to Massachusetts, New Hampshire, but we're going to go halfway. We're going to become a halfback, which is what happens to a lot of people. They come down here from New England. They see what Florida is really like, and they go halfway back. Carolinas, Virginia, Tennessee, Kentucky, etc. We're thinking of going to North Carolina, maybe a little bit more north, because it's just I missed the Four Seasons, I guess, and I think that like already we have the air conditioner on again today because it's, as you know, it's going to be 87 here again today. I hear you on that, Rachel. I'm trying to go through that myself. And it's amazing that you need an attorney to do that. They sent me the paperwork, and it's like 2 inches thick of everything. So that's why you do Mercari and eBay and stuff. Makes sense. So when you buy from us at the auctions, are you buying to resell? Well, probably, obviously, maybe a stupid question. I don't know how much of a lag there is. But thank you, everybody, for watching. Like I said, on the Facebook side, please come over because thank you, but only I can see your morning welcomes and stuff like that. I'm just checking this out. There we go. There we go. So where do you source your inventory from, Rachel? One thing I wish we had here was savers. We don't have any savers here. Good morning, Dolly.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm good, and how are you?
Good. Hello, Bonnie. Good morning. Yeah, Dolly, I mean, Rachel was saying that I was just asking Rachel when she buys from us at auction if she's actually sourcing for herself.
Right.
Which I'm finding a lot of people do that.
Some people like to buy cheap from themselves, and that's okay.
Yeah.
The better deals you get, the more you can have. But still, some people also do it to resell, and others just do it to help other people out.
Exactly. That's like, I don't know if he's still here. I think he said he had to leave. Arthur, I found out last week when he was on my live chat that he sources for other people.
Right. Yeah.
Which that's cool too. He doesn't have to worry about listing it or whatever. He just says, "Hey, I got these. Who wants them?"
Right. Those are what we call personal shoppers.
Personal shoppers. I didn't know that would be considered a personal shopper when you're shopping for lots and stuff like that on eBay.
Yeah, it is still considered that.
Oh, cool. I've heard of personal shoppers. Yeah, I've heard of personal shoppers for fashion and stuff like that. But yeah, I guess it is.
Yeah, because when I host estate sales, I have people come in saying, I'm looking for this or I'm looking for that. I'm buying as a personal shopper for people. So I'm like, oh, okay.
You do estate sales?
Yes, I do host them once in a while.
I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. That must be a lot of work.
Oh my gosh. It's tons of work. You think doing storage units is a lot of work? Do an estate sale.
So you must have a team.
Nope. Do it by myself.
So, but I mean, I've seen, there used to be a girl, I forget her name, Repurpose something. She did estate sales and she had a team because she says it would take them a whole week to go through everything, to price everything, to lay it all out. So how can you do it all by yourself if there's a whole house full of stuff?
Sometimes I will recruit my children to help me pull things out and find me some cool stuff.
Yeah.
And then I'll have them help me get the price tags on them. And that's how I do it. But otherwise, I'm just a lone wolf. I do it myself.
Wow. That's cool. I didn't know you did that.
Yeah, I did it. Was going to do it for Dick Goddard's estate. I actually had reached out to What the Hells and had them come out and do before the sale, did a buyout of what they did. And then I actually went on to do Bill Turner, I believe his name was. I showed his book on one of my lives. But I did his estate sale. And that I did it all by myself. No help.
Wow. Now, where my office is, we're currently going to be listing on Monday 2 big homes, 3,600 square feet, and full of furniture and stuff like that.
Oh
But
wow.
I told the gentleman bought them, the both houses, one for him and one for his son. He bought them from me well over 10 years ago. And I told him, I said, you could either have an estate sale, or I have an auctioneer, estate sale company that'll come in, give you two prices. One, to take everything, he'll put it at his auction, and he gives you, he takes his 35% cut and gives you a check
Oh
as the
wow.
stuff
You guys,
sells.
oh gosh, you guys do 35%. Up here we only do 10%.
Ooh, I would love that, because even
Yeah.
I've given him stuff. Or he'll give you a whole buyout for everything. The last, well, not one of the last ones, but one of the ones I sold, I actually bought a couple of things that now I'm trying to sell on Facebook Marketplace, because I have a slot machine.
Oh wow, yeah.
But it's a Japanese animation one that only takes tokens.
Hmm.
So I put it on Facebook Marketplace once, and they took it down. They said, you can't sell gaming equipment on, it's illegal. I neglected to say it's tokens only. It's an anime gaming machine. They sell them in the places that sell billiards and that type of stuff.
You gotta watch your
So I had to
wording.
redo it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I had to redo it. Still hasn't sold. The thing must weigh 200 pounds.
Oh
It's
wow.
it's huge. It is huge. I had three of them, because after I got that one, I kind of got on a kick. I wanted another one and another one.
Another one. Did you play with it for a few?
I did. And when my family came down, I plugged them in, and they were having a ball with them. But I took one back home. I gave it to my son, which took up half the truck
Oh
when I
wow.
did it, because I have a small SUV. I have a Jeep SUV.
Hmm.
But yeah, I mean, man, I couldn't imagine doing it all by myself.
Yeah, it's
Like,
a lot of hard work.
yeah.
I'm gonna turn my light on back here so we can see better.
Okay. So thanks for everybody coming in. And like I said, once again, if you're I know a couple of people on the Facebook side, come on over to the dark side. Come over to YouTube.
Bring some cookies with you.
Oh, cookies. Unbelievable. The other night at the auction, of course, the talk started to happen. And then I'm getting notices from my friends on Facebook, and one is showing this picture of a beautiful pizza, and he says, "Oh, I couldn't believe it. This was fantastic." And then I was telling T, I says, every time I think of you, I think of Carnegie Deli in New York City and having a nice pastrami sandwich.
Right.
By the time I got off the auction, I was starving for something.
Oh no. It's hard. It's difficult when you're trying to eat right.
It is. It is. I told Sandy, I had to go to the courthouse to get some paperwork last week. And there's this pizza place that's just takeout only, but their slices are
Big.
enormous, and they're like $2. So I did a search on the my Fitness Pal, whatever the other app I'm using. And I said, I just want to take a look. And it was like 300 calories just for a slice.
Oh gosh. Oh
Can't do that.
no. It's not worth not losing your diet that you're working so hard on.
Right. Trying. I am trying. It gets easier, I guess, when you look at the app and it tells you how many calories, how much fat, how much carbs, and stuff like that. So Rachel says, I have bought from the auctions, and yours sold as soon as purchased, but my Build-A-Bear and other items aren't selling. I have over 100 items, but guess they're not the right ones. You're probably talking on eBay, right, Rachel? And do you have a store on eBay?
Yes, having a store helps.
Yep, because you get those, 250 free listings?
That too, and plus it gets you more on top of the list, and people view your store more often. I have the basic store, but still,
Yeah,
I get better sales because of having this store.
right, because they can look at other stuff that you have.
Right.
Rachel, what I did, and I know I say this a lot, but it did work. When we went home in November, I had 600 and something listings. I ended every single listing. Instead of just going on and putting it in vacation mode and doing the shipping for 30 days out, we didn't know when we were coming home. So I ended everything. And then instead of relisting everything, I started to do piecemeal, and I sold similar piece by piece. Changed the title a little, changed the price.
Yep, it's all about the pricing too. Yep.
If I had free shipping, I would lower the price enough and then don't do free shipping. And I was telling Sandy as I was doing it, a couple of pieces that I had listed for a year sold within an hour after me reposting it.
Mm-hmm.
Makes no sense.
It gets buried, and then people don't see your items.
Yeah. They say that the algorithm shows it as a new listing.
Right.
So, yeah, I mean, give that a shot. If you have a store, then you're going to have 250 new listings. I don't know how many you have left for this month. I know I have probably 100 because I only have 100 listings up there now, or 100 and something listings. But give that a shot because it definitely does work.
Hello, James.
Hi, James. So what platforms are you on, Dolly?
I do eBay, I do Facebook Marketplace, I do Craigslist, and I do Mercari.
Okay.
I'm thinking about going on to do Bonanza.
Yep, I haven't done anything on Bonanza either.
So I've heard some people are doing really well on that.
Yep.
But I'm not certain about it. I'm still kind of testing the waters.
Right. I have to find it. I'll find it for tomorrow's cast. There's a program that helps you. You only have to do the listing once, and you can post it on the other sites.
See, that would be nice because posting across all of those platforms, like she was saying, is very difficult.
Right, but you can't do Amazon. James is saying by ending listings and starting over, though, you lose your Google search rank for the said item. I can take a couple of weeks for eBay listings to show back up. So it's a dual-edged sword. I sell quite a bit from Google searches.
Oh.
True, James, but if you're selling something that has 20 other sellers selling the same thing, because I did it, I relisted, I changed the title a little, I dropped the price a little, or there's some things that sold for me that I increased the price because my thought was, well, I'm selling this too low. Maybe they think there's something wrong with it. And they sold. Some within an hour, some 2 hours, some the same day, some the next day. And I had them listed for months to a year. I try never to let anything stay in my store for over a year.
Right. 90 days and then it's gone.
Yeah, I don't know how these people do. I've had this thing listed for 2 years and it hasn't done anything yet.
Well, that's because you're not promoting or you're not lowering your price or adjusted it. Sometimes you got to take your price up before somebody will even look at it. Yeah. So it's just all about the market. I also had an item that I just got a storage unit like 3 months ago that was given to me. And inside of it was some Nazi memorabilia.
Yeah.
And I accidentally posted them on eBay, but it sold within 15 minutes at $250.
Wow.
So, and it was just a little piece that goes on a hat. So I learned not to post that again, but still.
Wow.
It's all about your pricing and your audience and who's listing them and who's not.
Right.
So.
Exactly. If you edit the item description and pricing on the listing, it also jumps up in the Cassini eBay search. The other thing that I was doing there for a while to try to get more sales was boosting the post. I would do 1%. So, and not on everything, on most of the stuff.
Rachel, what is your eBay store? Because sometimes it takes somebody looking at your eBay stores and giving you like a suggestion. If you put it in the chat, maybe one of us could look at it and maybe help you out a little.
Yeah. And Rachel, one of the easy things too to try, I don't know how much your stuff is. If it's under $10, it might not be worth it. Although I have items under $10. You could go in and do an edit. Like go in and grab a bunch of stuff. Like set your page to 50 items at a time. Click on it so the first 50 come up. Go on the top and hit edit 50. And then promote those. Do a 1% promotion.
Yeah, so I never do no more than 1%. Never.
Right. I have done it only a couple of times, but the piece was, very expensive. Maybe doing a promoted even at 1%, because not everybody promotes. So if you're selling stuff that a lot of people have and you're down on the search, maybe by promoting it, you'll be up on the search. And you can see if it's worth it, because on the right-hand side, when you go to see your sales, it'll say sold via promoted, sold via promoted. So then you'll know it's working. When I did it, I had a 50-50. 50% sold by promoted, 50% just sold regular.
Right.
But then when I started to relist everything, I didn't do promoted.
Rachel, I will take a look at your eBay store. Do you have an email address? Maybe I could send you some information to help you out.
Well, let's do this.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, let's do it this way.
Share screen. Don't you like it when things work the way they're supposed to? Come on. Thank you. Maybe later. Okay. I haven't searched by seller in so long.
Yeah, I forget how to do it, but there's a way. Hers is Rachel the Reseller. I think you put it up in the search title still.
Yeah?
Yes.
Nope.
Because I haven't done it in so long too, looking for sellers. I just go by their... Oh, you know what? Put www.ebay.com.
Yeah.
/STR/Rachel the Reseller. Options for you says go to advanced too. You can do it that way as well. Miss T.
Sellers.
Yep, there you go.
Not finding what you're looking for. Rachel, can you give us a number of one of your listings? That's probably the easiest way.
This way, right. She says she has a doctor's appointment, so she'll listen while she drives.
Okay. Put a link to one of your items in the chat if you can. So I want to search, only search items from specific seller. I don't think she sells motors or something like that. I used to do this because I would look for things.
I'm
Hello,
just
Lisa.
real quick on my phone how to pull it up the other way.
Hey.
Yeah, I'm not finding her either.
Excuse me.
Thank you, Lisa.
Oh, today's your birthday.
Yep, today's my birthday.
Happy birthday. Lisa, do you know how to search for sellers' stores if we have a specific seller? And Lisa, if you want to come in, or if anybody wants to come in, would love to see what this thing would look like with 6 people on. Hello, Uncle Bees.
Nope, no luck doing it the other way either.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
So yeah, when you have a chance, Rachel, just send us a link to one of your items.
Thank you, Haberdashery. Okay, Gene says just search on Google, enter eBay Rachel the reseller.
Okay. Where is it?
Yeah, I got it. It came up that way.
Is that the one?
Yep, that's her.
Okay. Great shoes. So Rachel, I can see one thing is,
She's got some good positive feedback.
but only 10.
Right.
I don't know what the Japanese writing is. Super old souls. Great
Yeah.
shoes. See all feedback. Items for sale. Definitely have to work on getting your feedback up, Rachel. And that might just take selling some small, short money items and doing a fantastic job on shipping and getting them out fast, and then giving people feedback right away, and then asking for feedback in return. I'll show you something real quick here.
Okay, so Paul must have clicked out and left me hanging.
Okay.
There he is.
This is something I put in my boxes. It's just a postcard that I made. I know it's hard to read that, but and on the back it has my store information. So, like I said, I made probably 5,000 of these. And it just says that we hope you're enjoying your purchase, that our order process was quick and simple. If you have any questions or concerns, let us know so we can address them right away. We want to make sure you are 100% satisfied. We work hard to keep our customers happy from our online sites. And please don't forget to leave us positive feedback. And ever since I started putting those in with every eBay shipment, I have been getting more feedback.
Okay, so I also noticed with some of her pictures, she doesn't have like she doesn't use the full amount, 12 pictures. Sometimes that helps.
Yep.
So
And T said maybe put some of your items on auction. A lot of people have stopped doing auction.
that's because they don't get no more than a few bids and then they get burned.
Right. Yeah, like this piece here. This should take up, well, even with the quarter there.
Yeah, you want less weight, more of the items that you're selling.
Yeah. This here, eBay is going towards strictly white background. They say, wow, $799.
Yeah, I know. I just saw that.
Look at that. Here's Lisa.
Hi, Lisa.
Hi guys.
Good morning, Lisa. Yeah, eBay said at the last eBay Open that they want to do strictly white background because that's going to help with Google. They're going to grab those listings first. And it's basically the same thing that Amazon does. Any picture you put on Amazon is supposed to have a white background. And now they've just started that app on the eBay app that it'll automatically take the background off.
Right.
And make it white. But see, this, you just need more light in here. And
more light on that. Use photo fuse. That would help.
Yep. And this is just a matter of, this picture is okay. And I don't know if she's still here. Hello, Tiffany. This picture is okay. She could just go in and edit the picture. And let's see, Rachel, just in case.
Hi, James.
Right.
Hi, T. Hi, Tiffany.
She's saying put some of your items on auction because it would definitely get you feedback quicker.
Yeah.
So.
Hi, Deb. D.
Hi,
Hi, Uncle B.
Okay, let's see this item here. This is one of mine. So if I go in and I hit here and edit, I don't even know what this is. Oh, wireless controller. Obviously, I didn't take the best pictures either. So this is the picture looks good here, but it didn't look good when it's really small. So Rachel, if you go to edit your listing, you could hit this and crop and just get the image of the item and less background as possible.
Yeah, Rachel says she is slowly changing to the white. So to also help you, that photo fuse is free. It's an app that you put on your phone, and I'm not sure if you can use it on your laptop, but I know you can use it on your phone, and it makes the background so bright white that it makes the item stand out. So.
Yeah. And then Rachel, just use these tools, these edit tools here. Like if I wanted to move this around so the writing is there, okay. But then I'm leaving too much of the photo. So I'm just going to leave it the way it is. But I want to brighten it up a little.
Well, you guys, I got to run. I need to go pick up some items for sourcing. So
okay.
I'm going to jump off. See you guys.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Bye, birthday girl.
Thanks.
And Rachel, that might help. Just editing your photos a little. Your price. So let me reduce the price on this a little because it's been there for about a month. And then update listing. But other than that, yeah, just try to get your pictures tight, nice. With pants, I've seen people just fold up so the pants picture is only this big. They fold it at the knee, but they angle the leg like that. This, I'm not sure what it is. Would like, so you'd need a more closer picture. Same thing, just the item. Yeah, you just need work on your pictures. What? Batman? What? Oh, see, that's not bad. What I do on some of these action figures, when I take the picture of an action figure, is sometimes my first picture is just the bust, really close up, a lot of detail on just the face and the bust, because everybody's doing the picture like this. But that's just me. That's just something I do. But yeah, it'll come together. It will definitely come together. I use too in my lights. I use 100-watt. Well, actually, they're not 100-watt. They're what they call 1500 LEDs, and they're daylight. I always use daylight bulbs. I have mostly daylight bulbs in my whole house because I like the natural look of the light. That may help you too, because it gives you a nice bright light. What's the matter, Lisa? Cat got your tongue?
No, I'm just staying muted while I'm not talking. I'm just chilling out. I have no idea what's going on for this show, so I'm just sitting back and watching.
Well, we're just talking. Rachel was saying that she'd like to get more sales and trying to find out what's going on. And we were just giving her some pointers, some tips about maybe promoting, doing a 1% promotion on a listing. And then we just went to her page after we finally found it.
I've been selling stuff by all my stuff is buy it now. And I've been selling stuff by sending offers to watchers like crazy.
Yeah, I do that too, but lately I don't like it because it's 48 hours, right?
I think so.
I wish they would limit that to 24 hours.
I know, because then I'm like, well, if this isn't, I'm going to change something, and you can't change something because it's still pending. Even though they're not responding, it's still technically pending and you can't alter it. Hi, Bonnie.
Hey, Bonnie.
Did you watch the replay yet, Paul, from my jewelry jar opening live last night when I was singing to Dolly, saying happy birthday to her in the beginning?
I didn't. I crashed last night.
Oh, you got to watch the show. It was fun. We had a lot of fun.
I will. Yeah, I crashed early, got up at 3, and it's like, oh, damn, I don't want to get up yet.
I couldn't sleep. I was up late. That's why I'm having trouble in the mornings now, because with all these storms coming through and the rain and the winds and everything, I'm like freaking out at night, like just listening for the slightest sound. Yeah. So it keeps me up. And then when it comes time to wake up in the morning, I feel like a bus hit me. I feel like hungover because I'm just so stressed staying up, listening for noises, for more damage. Well, I have to get into that another time, but why I'm like that, because of things that have happened here already. Another reason why I want to leave here.
Wow.
So,
take a melatonin.
Huh?
Take a melatonin. That'll help you get to sleep. It's natural, but it'll help you sleep.
I don't know. My brain is worrying all the time when we get these storms coming through. So,
yeah, I don't doubt it. Just like us during hurricane season.
Springtime and fall is really bad for us. Really, really bad for the damaging winds and the rain and everything. Summertime, it rains all the time.
Yeah.
Or it's 105 degrees. It's stinking hot out. You can't do anything. You walk out your door and sweat's pouring off your forehead.
Yep, so, it's like us.
I miss the 4 seasons. I miss snow. I would rather have snow than rain. Rain floods, especially when you get 4 inches overnight. So yeah, I would rather have snow that slowly melts than to have this stuff in a torrential downpour where it's flooding your neighborhood and your whole yard is underwater and your sump pump's going and you're praying it doesn't burn out on you this time and keeps going till the next time. It's too stressful. It's too stressful. You know,
Uncle B's said CBD helps. Because basically what you're talking about is anxiety, right?
What, with me?
Yeah.
I just, it's it's not fun having a rainstorm anymore. It's not relaxing like it used to be in my life. Now it's like panic mode. Like, what's going to happen? What's going to,
Anxiety. It's anxiety.
you know?
If you
So I end
can't
up staying
sleep,
up all night, and my brain's worrying about stuff and worrying about other stuff too on top of it. So I end up staying. I'm laying there in bed, and my eyes just open, and I'm looking at the ceiling again. I'm like, fall asleep.
yeah, that's like me if I drink coffee too late. That's why I never drink coffee after 12 noon.
Dolly, I thought you had to go. If you don't leave now, I'm going to sing happy birthday to you again. So you better go do what you need to do, birthday girl.
CBD gummies, I am telling you. So he must have experience with CBD gummies and CBD. When we were, a friend of mine back home sent me a CBD, but it has THC in it, cream, and he used it on his knees. I put it on my neck.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes it does help. But if you can't sleep, melatonin, your body makes melatonin. But if you take, it looks just like a little vitamin, but it's melatonin. That'll help you sleep, relaxing sleep.
Yeah, I've always had, like, when I've had boyfriends, they'd lay down, their head would hit the pillow, and they were done. Like within 5 minutes, I'm like, I really wish I could do that one day.
Yeah,
just
I'm like
put
that.
my head down and fall right to sleep.
Yep, I'm like that.
Happen.
Bonnie said sometimes people buy inexpensive items to get feedback, buyer feedback, but it is feedback, which is very true. Way back at the beginning, feedback just wasn't that important. And then you get repeat buyers, and they only allow feedback from once from the same person. Doesn't make a difference how many items they buy. And I used to,
which is stupid because you want to show your reliability, so you want to show that you're able to do that. No, I think when things started going wrong was when they took ability for us sellers to give negative feedback to bad buyers.
Yeah.
That's when that was the beginning of the end for me, because that's when buyers started saying, I could do whatever I want. They can't warn other people that I'm a bad buyer, that I'm a troublemaker, that I habitually, you look at some of theirs and they have 50 purchases and 48 of them are negative feedbacks just because they just want to complain about every single item they bought, which is not normal. That's malicious. And then they took away our ability to give negative feedback back to these buyers that were troublemakers. And so this is when all that scamming started coming around, that I could do whatever I want. I'm not going to get negative feedback. And then they didn't have the 3-strike rule back then. So you had these habitual non-payers that nothing ever happened to them when they didn't pay, because there's nothing shows when you go to look at somebody's feedback as a buyer on how many times they've, not paid people. And you couldn't tell them because you couldn't leave negative feedback.
Right.
So people aren't reading positive feedbacks. They're just looking for negative feedback. So we weren't allowed to do that. So you couldn't even warn other sellers to, don't deal with this person.
All you could do is block them. Do a block bidder. But like DLC said, that's why she left eBay.
Yeah, absolutely. Bless you.
Yeah, it's coming. I hate
Look up at the light. Look up at the light.
I don't have a light on.
Oh.
Go
back down. That's the word. It hurts when it goes back down in your nose. You're like, ow.
But that's true. That's and now anybody can buy on eBay.
Right.
I've had that happen
all the time. Yep.
They don't want you to have to register or anything. They want you to be able to make an instant purchase.
Yep. That's trouble too. Whenever I see somebody like that, I'm like, oh, let's see how this is going to turn out.
Yeah. I wonder how many times Amazon got that. Like, oh, my son ordered this on Alexa. We didn't really want this.
Yeah. Well, it just stinks, and they just started taking advantage more and more. So now we have all the scammers, even with the feedback system. When it's a buyer, and it's hard enough getting feedback from the buyers as it is, but then there's the 5 point. Was the item packaged properly? Was the item sent on time? Was the item what you thought it was? Like 5 different things and then 5 stars for 5 different things. People don't want to take the time to do that.
Right.
just leave a positive, a neutral, or negative, and then say why. You don't have to fill out this whole complicated system. You can say what it was of those 5 things that you weren't happy with if you left a negative or a neutral. You don't have to go down. I hate doing that when I buy from somebody on eBay. I just go right to the positive and, thanks, ship fast, whatever. I don't bother doing those stars.
Exactly. That's like Amazon. When you buy something from them, they just send you an email saying, would you like to rate the item and your experience? And that's
the time people, they'll like, I'll get to it later in their email, and they never do. That's fine,
Right. Exactly.
I hardly get feedback. And when people buy from me, I send them a thank you card. I package it up really good. I give them feedback as soon as I ship it out, when they pay. And I send them a message through eBay saying, thank you for your purchase. Your item was shipped today. And that your tracking numbers in your transaction. And I still don't get, they'll get their item 2 days after they paid for it. Sometimes 1 day after, depending where they live. And I still don't get feedback back, even though I gave it to them right away and messaged them, telling them they sent it and sent them a thank you card.
I'm the same way. And then there's some people,
they tear it open, they throw the package to the side, and then they have their item and they don't care. They don't care to look back, especially if they don't buy a lot on a regular basis. They're not going to take the time to actually go back into eBay just to leave me feedback.
Right.
So I do everything I can, and it still doesn't increase the feedback.
Right. And there's some people's thought is you never email them after asking for feedback.
I have people that message me now, and I can't find the report button anymore in the emails when I open them. They're saying, oh, I'm getting just started. Can you please follow my channel? And blah, 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 blah. I need the exposure. And I'm really getting sick of it. Like they're begging for followers and stuff. And I can't find a report button anywhere because I have almost 10,000 feedback. Like I did eBay off and on since so I guess they're looking for the high feedback. I have 100% feedback. So they're looking for probably the bigger people, thinking that if those people are following them, when people look at their followers, that, oh, there's something good. But I cannot find the report button anymore. It used to be right there when you open the email, flag, reply, whatever. And there used to be report this message. So I could let, eBay know, just like when you get the message, oh, I can't pay through eBay. Can we deal with this through email, or can you give me your phone number or whatever? I want to report that, because even if they see it of somebody sending it to you, you can still get in trouble. It all depends on how you respond to it. I don't respond to them. I just want to report what to do and not talk to them and give them a dignity of a reply. So yeah, a lot of it has changed. It's not like it used to be. I miss the old days. I miss waiting on checks and money orders and cash and
going to the post
buyers, and they gave feedback, and you made friends with your buyers, you made friends with your sellers, you had people you bought from multiples, you got to know people, down the road. It's so impersonal now.
Right.
eBay wanted to turn it, once eBay saw what Amazon was turning into, that's when they started catering to the big importers, the big sellers, drop shippers and whatnot. They stopped remembering how eBay started with us with collectibles and one-offs and things like that people like getting for themselves. And then it turned into just like a big old department store, big box, multi-quantity items.
Right.
Because they're trying to be like Amazon. And
although they stopped the drop shipping now.
Right.
You can't drop ship anymore.
With all the China importers and everything taken over, it stopped being like we had it. And if they were, instead of trying to be like Amazon, they should have just tried to stay like their original roots were and try to stay unique in that fact, the places that people know they could go with items like that, where, you have new stuff, you could go anywhere and drop ship new stuff and mass quantities of stuff like that. But I personally go on eBay to find the unique stuff.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, because not everything's allowed on Amazon. And I didn't realize Amazon lets you sell used almost every category on Amazon.
Yes. You have to
But
look at the little writing. It'll say nine new from blah blah blah,
yep.
2 refurbished from blah blah blah, and 4 used from blah blah blah. And you click on that, and it'll show you just the
Right.
used or just the
Well,
refurbished.
I still have not finished my Amazon shipment, and I got approved to sell video games.
Oh,
And 95% of the video games that I'm sending are all used. I run them through the cleaner and stuff, but that's the other thing on Amazon. You got to put down specifically what yours is, because if they say, "Oh, you didn't say it had scratches," or "You didn't say it had a scuff mark," and stuff like that, then they'll return it, and then Amazon doesn't always send the stuff back to you.
right.
So yeah, it's like I didn't realize that, but I didn't realize they have other category items that you could sell used.
Yep. I check them depending on the item that I'm looking for. I check all the time. Like I said, it depends on what kind of item it is.
Yeah.
But I don't want to sell on Amazon. I don't want to deal with that. Sending the stuff in, and then they're the ones that are touching it and packing it, and they're the ones approving or not approving the returns, and then you get stuff back, and then you have to pay to store your stuff there. And then if they send it out to your stuff out to 4 different state locations, then you have annexes, and then when it comes to tax time, you have to pay the taxes in each of those states that your merchandise is residing in and everything. And it seems like so many extra expenses as far as keep sending your stuff in, as opposed to fulfilled by merchant. If I did it, I would do fulfilled by merchant. I like touching the merchandise, knowing how I packed the merchandise, knowing the condition it was in when I sent it, then relying on somebody, and then somebody being, "Hey, where's my item?" I don't know, because I'm not the one doing the work. I'm not the one packing and sending it. I don't know how it was shipped to you. If they just threw this little thing in a box, like a huge box with 2 pillows, and the thing was I've gotten things like that. The stuff was just slamming around the whole time, and then I get it, and all the corners of the box and everything are all dented in.
Yeah, I have too. The reason I like Amazon is because if you're not going to be around, or you're going to be gone for a while or whatever, I look at it as, yeah, sure, the fees are more than eBay, but I look at it as, if I was to pay an employee to sell my stuff or to ship my stuff as it was sold, then I'm looking at the same thing. So this way, Amazon, I'm shipping everything to Amazon. Now, granted, the product that I have to ship, I started to do the shipping manifest, and it's going to have me ship, there's 100 items, and it's going to have me ship to 6 different warehouses, which 6 different boxes minimum. Some of them may take 2 boxes, which sucks, but then I don't have to deal with it anymore. The video games, I bought this roll of the round security labels, so I could make sure that it's, put this over there. So, these are the things they put on new merchandise.
Right.
So hopefully that will set me apart a little from some of the others. Just throw in you got to put your own label on it too. But I'm trying to do whatever I can to protect the item and that type of stuff. But yeah, I know we're going to be gone April and May. So, because last time we went in November, I ended all my eBay listings because nobody's here to ship for me.
Right.
I'm going to take the stuff in the truck. So I figured, I want to start to do Amazon more.
Right. I just watch people, they'll do retail arbitrage videos, and it's like, oh, let's see what we have. And it's like, okay, they scan this one thing, and it's that scanner that shows like the price you're buying it, all of what your Amazon fees are going to be, and tax and all that other stuff, and whatever, all the fees. And then it tells you your profit at the end. So you can just scan it and find out. And then it's like, oh, well, this I can, this is I can get it here for $8 or $7, and I can sell it on Amazon for $15. But then after all this stuff, you see I can make $4 or $5 off of this. That's not bad. I'm like, I don't want to waste my time with making a couple dollars off. It's not, to me, that's not worth it. It would have to be, all right, maybe turn that $8 item into at least a $20 or $30 item to make it worth it, but not just to make $2 or $3 or $4 off of something.
But that's not an Amazon problem. That's a stock problem. You know, that's one of the issues that we all have. We have to look. You have to pay more money to make more money. We have to start buying those little bit more, you know, you can't do the $1, $2, $5 items anymore. You got to be willing to buy the $20, $30 item to make.
And then you're risking the popularity of it going downhill, and then you're stuck with the stuff, you know, when the thrill ends of that item, you're stuck. They send all that stuff back to you, and you're like, now what am I going to do with it? I'm lucky if I could sell it for less than what I paid for it at all. And I don't like gambling. I don't like being a gambler. I want to get things that are sure things. You know, I want to get something. If I get it from thrifting or whatever, and I get it for $1 or $2, and I know I can sell that for 20, I'm happy.
Yep.
I don't like doing things under a certain price threshold because it's just not worth it for me. Storing the stuff, selling it, you know, the labor and everything, it's just not worth it. So
very true.
To find stuff that I'm going to get after it all, that I'm going to be getting a certain amount of money, or else it's just not worth me laying out. Why lay out 8 to sell it for 15 or whatever to get $4 back? I don't want to spend $8 to get $4 profit.
Right. If you could double your money, I think a lot of people have the mentality of doubling their money. If they could at least double their money after expenses, they're usually happy.
Right.
You know, because every item can't be a home run.
No, absolutely not.
Home runs, I think, are far and few between, and you have to like fall into it at the right time, the right place. And a home run would be, hey, I paid $5 for this, and it's selling on eBay for $100.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we all look for those, and that's the fun treasure hunting.
Right.
Uncle B's, I agree, Paul. High ROI is nice, but to grow to the next level, you have to risk on lower ROI stuff in bulk.
Yeah, I can't do that.
Yeah,
I don't have that kind of capital. I don't have that kind of, you know, that's not the way I resell. That's not the kind of stuff I'm interested. I like unique things, one-offs, dealing with special things. I don't like it. That bores me. For some reason, that monotony of having 200 of the same item just it doesn't appeal to me at all.
Right. But see, that's what sets you apart from other sellers. Because like I said when I first met you, I says, wow, Lisa's got some really cool, unique items.
That's what I like finding, yeah.
And I don't know why you didn't name your channel Cool Unique Items.
I think my name kind of fits me.
Yeah. But I mean, that's what, you know, the people, they have their niche and they stick to it, and yours is working for you. And I know you're always going to get people to look, because God knows whatever you're going to bring up at an auction.
Exactly. No, but it's not like, oh, she's got like 20 of this thing for $5, whatever. No, it's not me. That would drive me nuts. I like getting oddball, vintage, unique pieces, or like things that, you know, when you got that case of a certain action figure and there's only one the male figure or whatever, and you get that, and people are like, wow, how did she find this, you know? And but I like the older toys. It's fun searching for them. When I used to have my store, when I had my collectible store, I had a book, and it was a wish list, and it was for all my buyers. And this was before cell phones. This was before, if I'm going to a market and I see something that I think they might like, I had to bite the bullet and use my intuition and hope that they didn't have that thing already, because you couldn't just whip out a cell phone and call them and say, and snap a picture and say, hey, do you need this? It
Right.
wasn't like that back in 1990. You know, that wasn't possible. You took a chance. I would bring it back to the store, and either I called them from home from a landline, or if I didn't have their number, I knew they came in every Friday or whatnot, and they would come in and I'd say, I have this box held aside for you. I know what you wrote on your wish list. And a lot of things I knew people's wish list by heart. Like, just even if I didn't bring my book with me, I knew which records they were looking for, which metal lunchbox they were looking for, which Secret Wars figure they were looking for, all that. And I had an actual notebook, and I would, people that would start coming in on anything else you were interested in, write it down. I would give them the notebook on the counter, and I'd say, write it down. Let me know if you want to give me your phone number. If you don't, just let me know when you'll be in. Like, it was more trustworthy back then. You had more reliable people when you didn't have cell phones.
Exactly.
Real. I mean, they would come in like clockwork.
Yep. When I had my store, I sold comic books and collectibles, and people would say, gee, I'm looking for issue this and I'm looking for issue that, or, and they knew I went to a lot of shows, and like used to go to the Chiller show in Jersey, and I used to travel to do shows, and they didn't. So that's the benefit is you could, like you said, you could search for your clients.
Yeah. Like stuff. I had one guy, his name was Larry. He was an older guy. He was in his 50s, and he bought Disney, but he didn't just buy Disney. He bought
an older guy in his 50s. Gee, I must be ancient then.
Back then, 50s was older. Back then,
what is it now?
In his 50s. So, he would buy Disney, but he wouldn't buy just any run-of-the-mill mass. He wanted the older stuff from the 50s, particularly. So I was searching for the special pieces, not just the everyday stuff you would come across. So, and he would pay me top dollar, whatever I wanted for that piece, he would pay me. I had Sean, he bought all my Peanuts stuff. So when I came across, back then you could come across Peanuts merchandise all the time.
Yeah.
I had the Schmid figures in the box. Yep. I got them from one flea market. I got them 2 for $3, and I got like 100. I had, Peppermint Patty and Lucy and Charlie Brown and all of the Peanuts, and a lot of the Snoopy ones, like the Snoopy Scout Beagle, Snoopy Mechanic, all them new in the box. And I sold them. They went crazy for them. I mean, I miss the old days. It was so much fun back then, because you really, and since then, since I left to move down, since I moved down here in 2011, Andrew has been telling me a lot of the places are closed up now that I used to go flea marketing at in New Jersey.
Wow.
There's one market that I used to go to all the time. It was local, and they just shut it down because they have the Hasidic community coming from the next town over. Yeah. And they're just buying up all the property and making housing and
I don't doubt that.
And everything. And
land is valuable.
It's terrible how everything's just disappearing. You ride down a street that you knew when you were a kid, and not one place is the same.
Right.
Places are knocked down.
That's like why there's no more, hardly any more drive-ins, because land is just too valuable. There's
a drive-in here in Georgia still, I believe. And then when I was in New Jersey, I think there's a drive-in in Pennsylvania. There was.
Yeah.
Like by Wilkes-Barre or something like that. There was a drive-in theater there. Oh, I loved going there. Yeah. But this one is in the mountains, and it's like in a desolate area, but they have like the 2 movie specials and stuff.
Right.
And I used to go to one in New Jersey too. They had a last one, and that was kind of fun. And you'd go and they'd have the snack bar.
Bye, Bonnie. Have a good day. Thanks for coming in.
Bye, Bonnie. You would still get that old style cardboard box where they pop out that corner where there holds the drink.
Yeah.
And you have the fries in the red and white checkered paper thing, and the little napkins, and then those little wooden sticks to pick up the fries with. Those little wider than toothpicks. flat. Yeah, it was fun. It was a neat experience.
Right.
I loved it.
Yeah, it was good times. Good times.
It's sad.
We've been on now for almost an hour and a half. So I'm gonna cut it here. And any final words from Flippin' Lisa? Flippin' Crazy? Are you on tonight?
I'm gonna have my auction tonight on Auctions for You with Chris the Goose. Tomorrow night I'm gonna be on Auctions for You, having an auction with Justin. Saturday I'm gonna be on Auctions for You with the Round Robin, and I believe Paul's gonna be here with me.
Yep, I'll be there.
And Sunday there's going to be an auction on my channel, and there's going to be a lot more NASCAR again, and some jewelry and other things. Also, I just did a jewelry jar opening. I did a live last night on my channel, and I'm going to figure out a creative way to offer that jewelry from the jars up, maybe doing a live auction for that stuff too. So if you're not sub to me, please sub to me. And you can see the kind of stuff I'm doing on my channel. I just got StreamYard, so I'm going to be working on a logo, a banner, and all that other stuff. And Patty's is going live at 10:30 a.m. doing an unboxing and friend mail. Cool. Okay, cool. So we can go see that, what he's doing. All right. Thanks for coming, everybody. I'm sorry I wasn't on earlier, but I have tons of cleanup to do again with the branches and stuff. It's never ending here. Oh, link to here. Let me just comment here, and then you could click on the 3 dots next to my name.
I'm not getting my notifications from Patty. Yeah, I didn't get a notification either.
I didn't either.
Although sometimes I get notifications, sometimes I don't. Sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't.
And sometimes you feel like a nut all the time. Yeah. And Dolly, I'm telling you, if you're driving while you're in here, you're gonna be in big trouble. I'm gonna be singing Happy Birthday again. Dolly's still in here.
I know. Did Dolly let out how old she really is?
She's a baby, Paul. I know how old she is.
20s?
She's a baby.
20s?
No, not that much of a baby.
All right.
But she's a baby.
I know girls don't want to tell. But Uncle B's.
She said it right there. Look in chat.
38. Wow. 38. My son's going to be 38 in a couple of months. Damn. Uncle B said he bought a ton of toys from the 90s and 2000s. $6 a unit.
I used to have a ton of toys from about 1992 to 94. They were dated. Back when you go to Toys R Us and they had, in New Jersey, they had an entire full long aisle. This is before they made it look like cubicles and stuff at Toys R Us, like back when it was actually long aisles. Yeah. And they had all that aisle was clearance stuff, and you had those big red orange tickets on the items, and they would mark stuff down, and then you'd go back next week and it'd be like $1.90, like $4.90, $1.90, and then you go back the next week, like the last time they're going to have them before they pull them off the shelves, and then they're like all 90-cent stuff. Like the Star Wars figures.
Right, hold on, Lisa. We only have 2 minutes to go. I don't want to get into Pat. But one last comment. Speak about Toys R Us. Who in the chat remembers Child World?
Yep, with the panda.
That's going back well. But hey, once again, and hopefully you want to come in again. Anybody can come in with me in the morning. I'm going to do this 9 o'clock every morning. Except Saturday and Sunday. Saturday and Sunday, I'm going to go 9:05. No, I'm just kidding, T. The T and Dawn is on at 9 o'clock. And on Saturday and Sunday, having their coffee. Although it's not as good as my coffee. Because Donna drinks espresso.
All right, guys. Thanks for coming.
Yes, thank you very much for coming in. And I'll see everybody tomorrow, and hopefully we'll have a new topic to talk about. And maybe Rachel has done some changes, and we'll see you tomorrow morning. So thank you, everybody, and we'll see you later.
Bye, everybody.